Hallo, ek is Monique en welkom by die laaste episode van Restaurante Toe. Dit is vanaand met 'n baie swaar hart wat ek vir julle tot sien sê, maar ek sê tog vir almal dankie vir hierdie wonderlike paar weke in die reis waarop ek saam met julle kon gaan. Ek hoop van harte dat julle soos ons 'n hele paar nuwe opsies het wat restaurante betref en dat die palet saam met ons in gegroei het. Ons sluit af hierdie week by Namaskar in Hatfield en hier trots hulle self dat hulle jou aanvaar sonder huiwering of diskriminasie. Ons sien uit na die kuier saam met julle.
As jy my uitvat, verkies ek soms die lang pad. Partykeer net 'n koffie, waar jy sit en aan my hand vat. Wanneer jy diep in my oor staan met die kerslig tussen ons, vat dit my terug na daardie dag. Toe ek vir 'n oomblik nie kon glo, het jy my asem weggeslaan. Alle kante hoe na restaurante toe. Restaurante toe.
Ons kuier vandag by Namaskar restaurant in Hatfield en die naam is my so mooi want direk afgelei sê dit ek buig na jou en ongeag van ouderdom en hier aanvaar hulle jou sonder diskriminasie of huiwering. Waar anders gaan 'n mens so welkom voel? Joshna and Prakash, welcome and thank you very much for having us. This is a very nice way to end off our lovely season. When you walk in here, you can just smell the spices and it smells like India. Where did this all start for you? You're the owners, right? You're the sole owners of...
That's right.
Where did it all begin?
We relocated to Pretoria 7 years ago and
From where?
from Mpumalanga.
Yes.
And we've always had a passion for food. And there was definitely an opening for a real exclusive, authentic Indian restaurant.
Yes.
And we took the opportunity and we started the place.
Hoe lank is Namaskar al hier bestaande?
It's going to be 6 years in August.
Ek het gehoor julle het hierdie plek self van die begin af gebou. Daar was niks wat hier gestaan het nie. Dit is nie asof julle oorgekoop het nie. Hierdie plek was uit julle hande uit dit ontstaan.
Yeah, this place was used as a warehouse for almost 7-8 years. And we were looking for premises, and through one of the estate agents, they brought me and we looked at the location, which was perfect. There's enough ample parking space.
En it's like a groot spasie.
Yeah, and
You made it your
we
playground.
started, yes.
Joshna, just tell us a little bit. It says in your menu, which is beautiful, spices are the soul of Indian food. I think spices are the soul of any food, really. But how do you incorporate that in all your dishes? I mean, that's I think also what your food is about.
Like you said, spices is the soul of all food, but specifically for Indian, spices are very important and very full of fragrance.
Jy kan iets simpels vat en dit soveel I think
Ja, dit bring meer smaaklik uit.
en dit vat jou op 'n reis amper wat die kos betref.
Exactly. So every dish has a specific spice. You cannot, use a specific spice for all dishes. Every dish is classified with a spice.
Ek dink dis wat mense baie keer nie verstaan nie. Daar's like certain spices go with certain
With
food.
certain foods. Exactly.
Het julle die twee spyskaarte, die Indo-Chinese en die soos jy gesê die noordelike India, die Namaskar spyskaart. What is the main difference between the two?
The one is authentic and the other one is fusion. Like you say, the Indo-Chinese is fusion. And
It's more battered as also like more battered food as well.
Yeah,
or-
it's battered as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically Chinese style cooking with
Indian
a touch of
spices.
Indian.
A touch of India.
Yes.
Okay. And this is it's much,
That
much
is
more
more
authentic.
That is authentic.
That is
North.
genuine now.
Wie's die baas van die spyskaart hierso?
We basically sit and
and come up with, or not, you obviously keep it authentic, so it's
Yes,
dishes true
yeah.
to India, but do you have staff here who also gives the input, or does it come from you?
Yes,
No,
yeah.
we
We
have
like to sit
chefs.
and discuss it with the chefs. We come up with things and we say, all right, this is what we want. What can you do? So we use their cooking experience with what
What your vision
With
is,
ours,
yeah. And how long have they been with you, the staff?
My head chef's been with us from the day we opened.
She's like, and still, so are we meeting him in the kitchen
Yes.
today? Wat se dis dink julle is eie aan Namaskar, dis wat mense voor terugkom?
I mean, our butter chicken is the best in the country.
Goed.
Our lamb rogan josh, and on our tandoori dishes, which is grills, I think we do the best lamb chops in the country.
Een van die fynste verwikkeldhede in Indiese kos is julle tandoori oond, waarin julle vleis maak, julle hoender, groente, brood, alles daarin. Wat is so spesifiek aan die tandoori oond vir ons wat nie weet nie?
Tandoori it's a clay oven. It goes back many hundred years.
And
And-
it's quite intricate. Is it?
It's a
It's a simple oven.
It's a
It's
very
a
simple-
barrel. It's a top of a barrel that is fueled with charcoal.
So dis nie soos 'n pizza oond nie vir
Nee.
mense wat by die huis wonder.
Yeah.
Dit is baie spesifiek aan Indiese kos en die manier wat julle kos gaar maak. Ek dink ons julle my nou gaan wys daar. Ek wil ook weet julle het 'n wynkelder hierso. Hoe belangrik is ons weet nou met die rooi vleis wat se wyne gaan daarmee met vis. As dit by Indiese kos en cuisine kom, wat se wyne gaan saam met wat se kos is die beste?
My policy is that you drink the wine you like, and I'll give you the food you like as well.
I love what you just said.
I mean, it's no use me selling you a bottle of white wine when you love red wine.
Exactly.
So my policy is always you drink the best wine you like.
Moet dit nie oordink nie.
No, but the selection of wines that we have complements the Indian food and the spices. So we just didn't put any random wine on the list,
Sure.
We made sure that it complements the cuisine.
die cuisine.
Yeah.
As jy dink aan Suid-Afrikaners wat soos ek sê die palet het definitief gegroei. Jy het gesê hoeveel Suid-Afrikaners in julle restaurant Afrikaans sprekende mense wat so gewoond is om dieselfde goed te eet. Kry julle mense wat gereeld terugkom of kry julle mense wat elke keer iemand nuut? Kan julle sien mense se smaak ek sê begin verander en ontwikkel of is dit meer mense soos ek sê wat gereeld kom wat julle hierso sien, Afrikaanse mense?
Albei van hulle. Ons kry gereelde mense en new people every day.
Ons is ons is gewoond aan iets wat die tong so erg brand nie. Ek is baie lief daarvoor, maar ek dink die mense raak definitief meer gewoond aan en eksperimenteer 'n bietjie meer. Ons gesels verder met Joshna en Prakash net na die breek. Sien julle nou. In Namaskar se konferensiekamer pryk daar die mooiste kunswerk van Dorothy Laguren van nêrens anders nie as Klerksdorp. En hierdie vrou is verskriklik lief om wil te skilder en al haar kunswerk is propvol oor al die mure hier. Dit is regtig nogal iets om te beleef. Kom ons gaan loop 'n bietjie wat sy doen. Welkom terug na die breek. Ons hoop nie julle was ergens heen nie. Ons gaan nêrens heen nie. Ons kuier in die hartjie van Indië in Hatfield by Namaskar restaurant en gesels met Joshna en Prakash. Ek dink hierdie is die perfekte plek om dit te doen. Julle het 'n galery hier agter wat vir my baie interessant is. En dis 'n paartjie wat al die skilderye vir julle doen. Wie is hulle en waar kom hulle vandaan?
Hulle is van Klerksdorp.
Goed.
And
En hoe het julle paai gekry?
they came here for lunch one day and we started chatting and they were looking for
Premises.
place to display their artwork,
artwork,
and
yeah.
we had a conference room that we converted into private dining.
Which is now covered with all their paintings. It's beautiful.
So we can still do private dinners there
Yes.
with a gallery atmosphere.
And they're the only that's the only artwork you
Yes,
sell is
yes,
it's what
yes.
they it's gorgeous. I think people at home as hulle nou vir julle wys is ongelooflike mooi goed. En hoe lank stap julle pad al met hulle?
No, it's about 4 months now that we started with them. Yes.
Goed. Wat is julle visie? Wat is julle visie vir julle het gesê dat julle wil nie nog 'n tak oopmaak nie, een is genoeg. Hoekom so? Wat was die besluit daar agter?
To run a restaurant properly, once you go franchise, once you have 2 or 3 branches, you lose control. We have personal contact with our clients.
Yes.
Customers will come in, they don't want the menu. They will say, you recommend what we must eat today.
Yeah, I like that so much.
And it's a very personal thing.
Ja, en ek dink toe ons ingestap het, julle was die eerste 2 gesigte wat ons gesien het. So you feel like right away like there's a personal touch here, and you're here to welcome us and make us feel at home, and like, it's a little bit of control.
But if you have like couple outlets, it becomes like a franchise.
Exactly.
And it loses all the touch. You
Yeah.
know, you don't become like this. Namaskar is now like branded, so you go into Namaskar and there's only one.
En dit is ook perfek vir romantiese etes. Jy weet, like het julle 'n familie so it's not really a family oriented restaurant, right?
No.
Ja, want ek dink al die arme kinders die brandkos gaan kom eet. Maar dis vir my verskriklik mooi vir 'n soos jy sê romantiese setting as jy konferensies wil kom hou, vir ewen 'n verjaardag partytjie hierso, het julle ook 'n mooi kamer hier agter. So ek dink julle cater vir baie mense.
Yes, and you see again, Indian food doesn't have to be hot.
Ja.
The perception about
It's true.
Indian food being hot
Ja,
is not correct.
it's true.
So we
It's
can,
true.
we can make a dish for you completely mild with all the spices minus the chili.
Yes, exactly.
And
En
you're
daar's
going to
vegetariese
enjoy-
disse ook.
exactly,
Ja, so
yes.
julle
So
cater
it's
vir
not
almal.
about
Because that's what people think.
Yes,
India,
yes.
hot food burn.
food. Yes,
Yeah,
no,
not the truth.
not at all.
That's amazing. En iets wat ek dink ek ook geleer het, mense dink dadelik so. As iemand by julle voordeur instap, wil julle hê saam met die kos moet hulle ook 'n idee kry van die kultuur hierso. Ek sien die dekor wat julle opgesit het, is verskriklik, soos jy sê, authentic. So julle, wat wil julle hê moet ek as 'n kliënt as ek hier uitstap, wat ek wou ervaar, wat ek moes ervaar toe ek hier was vanaand?
Well, you just walked out of India.
That's because you were just saying it feels like we are absolutely here. Dit is wat ons gesê het, ons inkom, dit voel regtig asof jy in die middel van Indië sit en die reuke en alles is oorweldigend, is fantasties.
Exactly, you walk out with the same concept.
Yes, and you want to come
Yeah.
back all
and
the
you
time.
come back. You come back because your palate wants you to come back.
Ja, en julle spyskaart is ongelooflik. Daar's soveel om van te kies. Ek dink jy moet heeltyd terugkom om deur te werk om al die lekker goed te proe.
And of course, we cater a lot for the vegan people as well.
I saw that, yes.
So, I mean, if you're a vegan, your options of going out to eat is absolutely minimum.
Presies.
Here you've got a menu full of vegan foods,
Ja.
which is
Van vleiseter
Yes,
tot vegetariër
yes.
tot vegan, niemand is hier verskoon nie. Daar's iets vir almal. Wat gaan julle vir ons in die kombuis vandag maak?
well, we'll do you a nice tandoori chicken,
Alrighty.
some naan bread. We do you a
My
nice,
favorite, yes.
a nice.
I love naan bread.
Our signature dish is the butter chicken
Yes, you said the butter chicken earlier.
and
Dis
a nice
lekker.
lamb rogan josh.
Ons kan nie wag nie. Weer eens vir julle verskriklik dankie. Ons kan nie wag om die kos te proe nie. En soos wat Prakash gesê het, hulle maak die beste butter chicken in die wêreld. Wel, dis wat hy gesê het. Ons gaan gou in die kombuis kyk of dit die waarheid is. Sien julle nou. Ek het vir Prakash weggesteel hier by Namaskar restaurant en hom waar hy sê hy die beste is, kombuis toe gebring. This man claims to make the best butter chicken and tandoori chicken. Ons gaan vandag die tandoori chicken maak, is ek reg, Prakash?
Dis reg.
Reg. Is hierdie 'n warm dis?
No, it's sort of medium-ish.
Okay,
Yes.
so almal is veilig om dit te eet soos op restaurante toe, soos met enige dis. Hou ons die lekkerste vir laaste. Now you claim to make the best, but that's why you've got all these chefs lined up to
That's
help
right.
you make
Yes,
the best.
that's right.
But it is your recipe. Tell us a little bit more about this dish and what makes it so special.
With the tandoori chicken, it's got to be marinated at least minimum 24 hours before. We use special tandoor spices
Yes.
and it's marinated in yogurt. And once it's done, when it's ready, we then cook it in the tandoor oven. The tandoori oven is basically charcoal fired, and we never ever put it off.
Oh, why not?
No, because it's got to maintain the heat at all time.
Did not know that. Hierdie is die famous tandoori oond waarvan ons nou gepraat het. Dis die eerste keer wat ek so na aan een kom, so dit is nogal vir my spesiaal. And this then goes in the
yes.
How long for?
The chef will monitor it depending how high the heat is in the tandoor oven at that time.
Okay, so
And every meal is made only when you order. So it's not like we got tandoori chicken that's prepared, that's standing. No, they will only make it, put it in the oven once you order.
Yeah, that's what we all want to hear.
Yes.
So we get this started. Is julle gereed? Goed. Ons gesels verder met Jashna Prakash net na die breek. Sien julle nou.
Slaap.
Alle kante hoe daar Restaurante Toe. Alle kante hoe daar Restaurante Toe.
Welkom terug na die breek. Ons hoop nie julle was ergens heen nie. Ons gaan nêrens heen nie. Ons kuier in die hartjie van Indië in Hatfield by Namaskar restaurant en gesels met Jashna en Prakash.
He's now going to skewer it.
So you marinate nicely in advance for
Yes,
when the orders come
yes,
in.
yes.
Yeah. So you've got
We
enough
marinate
marinated.
basically every day.
Sure. That's awesome to know that like good. So what is the next step then?
Well, while that is cooking, we can go over and start preparing the curries for you.
Oh, goed, kom leer my om dit te doen. Prakash, watse curry gaan julle vir ons voorberei?
Okay, first one we're going to do is we're going to make a butter chicken.
That's the
Okay,
famous one,
yes.
all right.
So the chef will start. We've got the chicken, and we've got all the 4 different gravies, and he's got all his spices there.
So daar's alles bespreek.
Yes, and all the spices.
Gravies is daar?
Okay, that's a kadai gravy, that's an onion gravy, that's a tomato gravy, and that's a cashew nut gravy.
Wat is die eerste ene?
That's a kadai gravy.
Kadai
yes,
gravy.
yes.
What does that consist of?
It's basically a mixture of tomato, onion, everything.
Die eerste keer wat ek
Yes,
al
yes.
probeer. Okay.
And that one is only an onion gravy.
Good.
Putting a little bit of butter.
What you were saying now is interesting. The spices in the spice box.
Yes.
None of them
all
are mixed.
They're all pure spices. Nothing is mixed.
It makes okay.
Yes.
This is obviously essential.
Yes.
What did he add?
So now he's put a little bit of cashew nut gravy, a little bit of tomato
that
gravy.
is a great flavor to,
Yes.
to the chicken.
Yes.
Obviously,
Now
very
he
hot
takes-
pan.
Yes. And now he's going to add the chicken. The chicken is first pre-cooked in the tandoor oven.
Yes. Okay, and then comes
Yes.
comes
Yes.
to the side.
Yes.
How long does this take to prepare? It doesn't seem like a very long time.
No, because
huh?
because
Everything's already pre-done.
all the sauces are all pre-made.
Pre-made, yeah.
Now only thing is we mix different sauces for different dishes.
All right. So you'll have the butter chicken with another sauce if I prefer it, or it always.
Yeah, but you know certain dishes you can't use that because you use different combination of spices.
Okay.
And some spices, like for example, you can't use the same spices in fish because it won't taste right.
Okay. These are something specific
Yes,
for this.
yes.
So daai tandoori hoender is nou amper reg. Of is hy nou reg?
Now it's all
done.
prepared. Yes, they're
Good.
going to
I
now
like that.
get it ready for serving in a sizzler.
Watse bygeragte gee julle by hoender?
With your tandoori chicken, you'll get some veggies with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Money
And with
by
your-
style, not a lot of carbs.
No.
Actually, that's
because
my
it's
type of
because
meal.
it's dry. You don't actually serve it with rice.
Great.
Yes.
I like that. Lots of veggies. En met die naanbrood wat julle vir ons gaan maak, doen julle ook die tapas of die dips wat julle saam met die naanbrood uitdoen of is dit nie
No,
groot by julle
naan
nie?
bread you'll normally eat with the curry because you'll use the gravy
Okay.
as a dip on its own.
All right, because
Yes.
I think when we think of naanbrood, we think I like the little thingies that can come out and you dip it all the time. Ek het gesien op julle spyskaart dat julle sê julle doen julle eie pickles, julle eie kaas.
Ja.
Die naanbrood alles word
Ja.
van scratch af gemaak. Waar
Ja.
die kaas nie goed, waar kom dit vandaan?
We do it with milk
Yes.
full cream milk.
Maar ook
It's
alles hierso,
then-
you
yeah,
like
yeah,
it everything
yes,
from scratch.
yes.
That's amazing. And the pickle as well, that's just interesting. Wow.
Going to take that and you're going to smack it on.
I mean, that took,
There we are.
look at that.
Naan
That
is
was
ready.
not even a minute.
Cooking.
That's how quick it is.
Yes. Now he's going to put some butter on it.
So that oven is obviously also essential for making
Yes,
naan bread
yes.
like that. Yeah, the real deal.
You have 100 people in the restaurant.
Exactly.
It needs to
Move.
move.
But it doesn't seem like it needs any more time than that. Like it's almost like a blessing that it's quick and easy. En wat se geure kry mense? So die
We
garlic
do
en dan
that, we do a
normaal.
garlic, we do a cheese naan, we do a chili garlic naan.
Ja, ek het beloof ons los die beste vir laaste. Kyk net na hierdie tafel. Ek dink dit het lanklaas so mooi en aangrypend gelyk. Prakash en Joshna, verduidelik net so vinnig weer vir ons wat al hierdie heerlike disse is. Ek het nou min of meer 'n idee, maar daai netjie het bygekom. So julle gaan dis die kaas wat hulle alles self hierso maak en hulle het 'n dis wat spesifiek van India afkom, so julle kan vir ons verduidelik.
Okay, we have the lamb rogan josh,
Dis hierdie enetjie hierso.
and then we have the butter chicken,
Dis
and
een
then we have matar paneer, which is peas and the Indian cheese.
Indian cheese.
We
So
have
alles
some
self maak.
garlic naan, some butter naan, and we have rice, basmati rice.
Dis wat ons nou net gewys het. Kyk hoe
And
mooi
in
is
the
hierdie.
center we have the tandoori chicken, the grilled chicken.
The grilled chicken wat ek nou gaan sien. Ek kan sommer al klaar actually sien. Ek kan ruik dis die beste in die wêreld. So ek kan nie wag om my mond. Hier sit ons nou 'n lekker rooi wyntjie gekry om saam te drink, 'n lekker Merlot. Ons het besluit rooi wyn gaan saam met hierdie een, maar julle by die huis kan kies net wat julle wil hê. Maak net seker julle kom kuier hier. Ons is in die hartjie van Indië, maar ek het my hart op Namaskar absoluut verloor. Nou kyk vir hierdie. So het ons aan die einde gekom van 'n opwindende reeks van Restaurante Toe. Van my kant af in die span wil ons vir julle hartlik dankie sê dat julle saam met ons op hierdie reis gekom het van spysenering, speserye en soos beloof, gems op die pad gevind het. Saam met julle het ons tyd laat stil staan op die plaas van Isabella se soettand tot die betowerende Karoo, van Turkye na Italië tot die verleidelike geure van Indië en dit alles in die stad van my hart, Pretoria. Van my kant af, Monique, tot volgende keer. Totsiens.
Kies ek soms heel lang